Hello and welcome back to Age of Wonders 4. We have destroyed Specchio at the end of time, and we are basically in control of this entire continent now. There is a massive infestation up here, but our city itself is quite fat and probably ready to move. Realistically, we could probably shimmy and shake around. Over to the east, we have managed to set up the hot pot as well as lock down our alliance with Cornea, who does own basically this entire island minus my vassals. So we're in a pretty good spot, all things considered. We probably should get a Whispering Stone back to these guys, and so we could absorb them into a city. I would like to kind of see what that looks like, but I'm not in any rush on that, nor do I really think we need to. So we start on an end turn. Let's end on an end turn. We are going to burn down the end of time. We are just waiting on 500 Imperium, which we're going to need to unlock the Reign of Destruction skill tree. In the meantime, we're kind of healing up in anywhere that we can. We're going to move a little Iron Golem over to you. An Iron Golem over to you, and I'll just move both these armies over here because I see those pirates coming in. Perfect. What are the things over here? I do see there is iron, gold, fish, clams, fish. Turn alter your school of mastery. Yeah, I mean, we could move the land ship over here and take this stuff as well. Some of the sea provinces. I guess to the north, there ain't really anything. We've already absorbed everything here, minus this gold mine, because I forgot to kill these guys. Or I didn't really prioritize it, so. Routed units have returned to the hotspot. I believe that is our scout. They have burned down my wave conduit, but they are coming after me here. We have a lot of troops, but we definitely need more. You've got a mage, a guy. You don't really have any frontliners. You have that champion. I think we are to make another lieutenant here. Oh, yeah, no, there is a lieutenant here. My bad. She's a frontliner. Technically, actually. She'd want to put a strider in there. So let's do that. The city's having a bit of a hard time with morale, so let's grab a tavern here as well. You guys are chill. You're healing. You're healing. You guys are in town. You're healing. You're healing. The city still awaits its fate. We're going to skip it for one more turn. We built ballistas here. We have 8 heroes in our prison, so that's 16 knowledge. That's quite a lot. Let's just get that. And we have so much production here, I guess. Well, no, I don't have a single conduit. These add defense. No, they just had like posts. Let's see, like, are we more magic casters, or we're not really anything? We basically don't have any range, so something like battlements doesn't really affect us. I guess I'll get a rumor recall. And then TBH, I think let's pack this baby up. We can at least move west. No reason not to. This outpost is captured. Boo. We could put this rune steel here at Eternal's End. Ideally, that spell jammer would be where I'd want to put one. Which would cover all of that. So here would also be a decent spot. I mean, it's not perfect, but it'll do. Our flaming flanker is ready for the cook. So she's now got a... What does she go from? 1177, so 1825 damage to 29. Plus she gets leap, plus she gets 60% extra retaliation damage. And soon she will also get an ability in the new tome we just unlocked for +1 retaliation strikes. Though I guess not her, because she's a lord. We'll have to find another way to do it. You're about to vassalize a contested free city in 2 turns. Correct. We can create bounties. Do we want to? Cornea could accept. Oh, Ethan Kraz. I should just tell you guys to beat up this fractured infestation. Not that one. That one. Well done. Specchio's empire is defeated. This brings us a step closer to claiming victory. Cornea is stoked about it. He is rivaling other people because he's like, these nomads are on a warpath right now. We get 1 turn to heal on this pirate, which is all I needed. It's gone very, very dark over here all of a sudden, and gloomy. We'll take this battle. You know what, man? Fine. You can have it. Plus 10% magic damage. Probably be putting that on Crucible himself. And that's 500 points, so we can also get pillaging. Now, requires an army to raise. We'll move you back here, and we will raise this city. We will receive 900 gold, a warbound, 2,000 food, and 1,600 gold. And it's only going to take a single turn to do. The rest of my guys can peace out. Y'all are just healing over there, which I'm okay with. Do you need to hang around for this raise? It doesn't look like you do. Oh yeah, my city. I was wondering where all my vision went, and now I'm realizing it's because I packed up my city. Remains, we're about to vassalize. Yep. Other rulers have started negotiating. That's fine. A bounty has been posted for here. Now, if my vassal destroys this, does that count as me destroying it? You know what, man? I'll take this. I'll take your bounty, young man. And I'll prep some more lava just in case we need it. We will want to take that outpost back, but in due time. Dismantle that city. We do get one of these very sick looking warbounds. Ceaseless Cacophony. They got Curse Eater, Gloomstalker, and Hideous Stench. They are Paragons of Strife. Vessels of Chaos with a warrior's soul. So, land ship, you keep on coming over. I guess those guys can just park in there for now. Everyone else is good. This guy doesn't really seem to know what to do. He's just waiting for me to attack him, I guess. That's cool. 12 and 1,000. I'm gonna wait till you are fully healed. I do need more mana, though I wouldn't say no to that town hall either. because it'll let me start growing out that way. There's a fishing ground there and a fishing ground here. Both of which could be absorbed. So let's also do that. Ah, we gained a ton of population. Of course we did. And you know what? We're also super rich, so I'm just going to boost that. Wow, we gained a lot. I think because my other city was folded up, all the population went to Hot Pot. Which is not a bad thing to have had happened. You can now get that pearl mine. You can even get that ancient cave. Interesting. There is a fishing ground over here as well, but it looks like he owns that. Let's just grab some of this territory, I think. There's a ruined iron deposit over there. We'll grab that for sure, because I can restore it. We're about like one turn off getting another population boon here. Okay. Adjacent forest or adjacent quarry. And a worker nexus is also really good building. But I think a extra production per adjacent quarry right here would be really strong. I could go either or. You know what then? Let's do that because I'll put a worker nexus there because it will also scale off that farm. All right, that's laps. I did lose my sealed archive. But I picked up Rings of Binding, so all of our heroes get buffed. That is due to Dawn Bane becoming vassalized, so I can withdraw their Whispering Stone now too. These guys are attempting to steal Gem Keep from me, but I'm not going to let that happen. All those other guys are already vassalized. Bushgrove is defeated. So we'll actually put a vassal back into Yassik Vol to try and upgrade them. You're upsetty about it. Denounce, denounce, denounce. And last but not least, I can put another Lava Rune Steel down here. But I can't see what's going on yet, so. Which DLCs have been my favorite? I haven't played since launch, and I'm debating which ones to pick up. Giant Kings for sure. Mostly because of the cool Faded Regions stuff that they added. But I think that one is, like, by and far the best. 1, 2, 3, 4. How far down do I want to go? I guess that's not a bad spot for the city. Can you unpack right here? Not until that city ruin is destroyed. I suppose that do make sense. All right, everyone else is just going to hang out. Scout, you're on Auto Explore. Giant Kings would be my favorite. I think probably Eldritch Realms next, because it just adds an entire map layer. You know, it's also some pretty weird stuff. The Dragon DLC was really good. The problem I have with like favorite DLC is most of the DLCs are extremely good. Most, if not all of them. It just depends on kind of what you want. Like, if you don't want dragons, then the dragon DLC doesn't really matter. But the dragons do fit into the universe really well, and they are on the map regardless. So, you know, having some big dragon rulers is really fun. I feel that's sort of the same way with the Eldritch guys, though that's a whole other layer. This DLC's been solid, mostly because it gives you a very different way to play. The vampire rulers are fun, but I do think that they are a bit more limited in that, like, it feels like you're only sort of playing one way. The giant kings are like you have 4 different types of giant kings, and they give you sort of 4 different types of ways to play. But you can also then apply those to any culture, which is really fun. Meanwhile, it's like the vampire lords are like, you get vampires, and all the vampires are always, you know, they're sort of the same. You know, you can't play like hemomancy versus, you know, shadow magic and stuff like that. But they have a similar vibe. We do have to fight these guys. Yeah, I'll just take that. I mean, get a lose it. Get a unit, lose a unit. Words hard. Words difficult. So where does my little dog want to go? For now, I guess there. So there is a gold mine. There are haste berries over here, both of which I want. And this Clombark Cave I also want. Once we're healed, we'll move over there. You're going to pick up unyielding. Extra siege projects. That could be worth it, but I don't entirely know that it is. I'm going to pick up cheap roads. You can actually come down here and set up for my rune steel. Which I think I said I was going to build here. Yeah, I hope so. Because that's where it is now. Suffering from success, yeah. Definitely wanting the dragon one. Hadn't looked at giants much, but it sounds really good. Yeah, honestly, like, the big thing with the giants is just that, like, they're, the map, the stuff that they add to the map, like, especially the, I actually don't know if this, because this is just a challenge map I'm playing. Yeah, I don't think this map has faded regions. Not faded regions, damn, dude, I cannot remember what they are called, but like monument regions. Oh yeah, here's one. The hero grounds. Landmarks. This stuff was a game changer, and I don't think you get this unless you have giant kings. I think the territory rework they did, but then these things, they locked. At least that's what my brain is telling me. Notoriously wrong, as it does tend to be. All right, you're going to head down to Clombark Cave. And you're just going to sit here and heal. Landmark region is listed under Giant Kings. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think that's like, to me, that's the best change they've made of all the DLCs. Because I think that the map generation is so much more interesting with it. I might as well queue up another Lava Rune Steel just for fun. I'm spending a lot of mana on these guys right now. But I'm also terraforming an entire continent and making things really unhospitable for everybody else. Strongwall is going to fight me. That's really unfortunate because you guys were my vassal. Yeah, I'll take it. Piercing amplifier. Ooh. Well, that's going on you. 20% magic damage. Ignore 2 status resistance. Yes, sir. The rest of you, unpack this army. Grab warlords. Let's start casting Relentless Might. You're going to go into Clawmark Cave, which shouldn't really be a challenge. There's a Karag in here? Yeah, you know what? I'm bound to lose somebody then. Unicorn mount or destroy it for a mantle of hexing. I think it's more valuable as a mount. Butts. I'm actually going to reabsorb you. So I can get this cave. Six turns for an iron golem. And you don't even have a bathhouse? Alright, well, let's boost that. Definitely we should put sentry nests in here, seeing as the guy is just literally sitting in here right now. Skip your turn. Skip to the loo, my darling. You guys are waiting. You're picking up killing momentum. You got a level of renown. Fight alongside the ruler. You're almost level 10. Bonded vassalage. Pact of loyalty. I don't want to risk losing that, so I'm going to boost them right away. What is down here? Is that a Cursed Barrows? No. Oh, there's a fractured thing in here. Well, I feel like the two of them should be able to figure that out. It's a gold wonder! I didn't know there was a gold wonder down here. That's a good fallback. Oh, it's under this cool little island, too? I might absorb Gem Keep. Not sure yet, but I might. Okay, the kiln is up and running, so we have a lot of stuff we gotta make sure we expand this properly with. Cannot annex a wonder captured by the enemy. Sorry, I assumed that was just mine. My bad, G. Start with that. You have some foresters around, so I will take those where I can, probably. Gold mines give me mana. Quarry. Put a wave conduit down there. Fish farm. There is another fishing ground here as well. So we'll grab that. Then up north. You're already destroyed, right? Oasis? Oh, no, you're not. Oh, I better grab you. Guess I'm going to make a play probably on that Pirate Cove. Though there is fishing ground, Pearl Reef, Coral Reef over here as well. So I'll just go double dredger quarry for right now. I have a lot of stuff to lay down. Hold on. Okay, so a Golem mine scales off of adjacent dredger quarries. You scale quite a lot off of you as a worker construct. The ritual pyre could just go there. I think the teleporter has to go there. You can just replace this with a Warforge. Give me an extra 50 draft. And the war camp, I guess, could just go out there. So let's start with that. See how that works. You guys need a lot of units. Why do I have so many dust weavers? You picked up that warbound. Melee, 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 range, range. Can't wait to get juggernauts. It does really feel like they are what I am missing right now. Pick up one more iron golem for now. I'm gonna let them all just sit there for one more turn. Same. We got to level up on Henbit the Conqueror. He can pick up Smite or he can pick up Immortal Saint. I feel like Smite is his vibe. Lose all stacks of fervor. Suffers 10 spirit damage per stack of fervor consumed. Does not generate fervor. I mean, he often ends up in a situation where he's already got max strength and a max HP. So I think Smite is the way to go. He very rarely ends up in a situation where he's damaged. Here's Relentless Might. I think that changed the color of our weapons. So now we get Infernal Might and we get +1 fire, not fire, +1 retaliation attack. We can also resurrect Spur. Hooray. Wow. Now, where do we go? Guess here. Oh! Cornea stole this outpost bag. Yeah, it's a pretty cool looking guy. You know what? You can have it. Doesn't really bother me. Okay, you can go back into your army there. Thank you. We gobble up all this stuff in the meantime, which is nice. I guess we probably have to take out this Forsaken Cove and this Pirate Cove because they are just going to keep attacking our city otherwise. So let's grab that guy. And then probably another champion. Yeah, I like bronze golems, but I feel like champions are the way for us to go right now. You made some sentry nests. Let's just go for the max level town hall. waiting on some troops all over the place. You got a fishmonger. Strongwall sending another war party. All right. I love this. Just this idea that like we have taken everything out of the land and then just made it completely inhospitable. Left nothing but lava rune steels. The only downside is that all of those take 5 mana to upkeep. So I'm spending a stupid amount of mana. Just keeping the land on fire. But it looks cool, so it's not going to stop me. What do you need? A research post. And what do you need? I would say an archer. All right, one more turn of sitting on my butt here. You know, actually, we could really use a lot of research posts. That has occurred to me. $2,300 sandworms with accursed armor, blood drinking blades, blood fury weapons, dragon breath, flame burst, and holy horror, and relentless bite, and scroll of attunement, and searing blades. What is going on with the NPCs of this world? That's a Balor and 2 Phoenixes and 2 Thunderbirds. That's also really nasty. So it's 2,000 to take that. How many heroes do I have? 5. We're 10 turns off a 6th hero. The best way to take a gold wonder is by stacking 6 heroes in it. And that might still be my plan. Realistically, that might be what I'm doing. What fractured infestation is this? Oh, effing Krez. Do you guys not have something to send there? No. All right, you 3. You dumble dweebs. We'll go for Forsaken Coast first. I really don't know what to do with you guys. I mean, you get experience every turn just sitting in this city. So it's not as if I'm wasting you. Just not really putting you to the best use. I think my biggest issue right now is that I just don't have like any knowledge. And knowledge is what I need to get a magic victory. So I am starting to think about things like, where is their knowledge on the map? You feel Conqueror Nomads to be overpowered compared to their counterpart Scavengers? No, I would not say so. No. I mean, they're more aggressive, for sure. But like... in combat, not necessarily. And on the map, not necessarily. On the map, they can't absorb wonders, which is like a crazy bonus for Scavengers. And in combat, I mean, the only real difference is like you get the charge units versus the spear units. The charge units are really good. But it's like it's a different playstyle, right? Like you're playing defensively instead of offensively. So what does this guy want? Architects have suggested a few designs. Can you pick one? Chaos Boon. Gold. Production. I'll take a Chaos Boon. Yeah, I wouldn't really say that they're any more like overpowered or underpowered. So, Fred, hello, welcome on in, gang. Solasta 2. I didn't know Solasta 2 was out. I hope it was fun. I'm curious about that one. Welcome on in. We are playing as Bunny Rabbit Conquerors, led by a giant flaming mud monster. It's been really enjoyable. It's a very fun campaign. Currently, we just actually destroyed a major capital city down here, and we moved our land ship in. We are burning down everything because we're playing as a fire giant. Everywhere we go, we are leaving magma in our wake, so you can see a clearer path of kind of like where we started and where we've gone. We also have a little city over here among our friend in white, who is a giant eldritch monster, and 2 golden wonders that we can use to win the game as soon as we get the research for it, which we are honestly pretty far off. But things have been going smooth. Welcome on in. Welcome! Thank you for bringing your people on over here. For those of you who might not know me, I'm AgentNumberOne. I'm a strategy and indie streamer. And I love Age of Wonders. You happen to come during my absolute top of the time. Now, unfortunately, this fight is at sea, and we're fighting a bunch of ghost ships, which are really tough. And we are not really set up for fighting sea. We're just trying to clear out some mob camps around us. Ghost ships have Whale of the Lost. Deals damage to units within a 2-hex radius with insanity and remorse. Summon banshees. Oh my god. I don't like these ghost ships one bit. I don't like them one bit, young man. Well, let's set our lads up for victory at least. Bring in the champions. Bring in the lieutenants. Well, you know what? Let's put him back a little bit. Our dust weavers. I think I'm going to go here. I'm going to boost you. Pick a ritual of elements. How many people can I hit with that? A whole lot. So let's also do an inexorable cast. Did I not already cast Grant Defense? I clearly did. Oh. If you cast it and then cast Ritual of Elements, it refreshes all ability cooldowns. Oh my god, that means I could actually cast an inexorable cast, Grant Defense, and then Ritual of Elements, and I would be able to do another inexorable cast immediately the next turn. Disgusting. I like that. Let's boost him. And let's yeet a big honkin' fireball in here. Everybody gets status vulnerability. Some guys look like they took poison damage there, which has got me a little bit confused, but these Warbound are flying. This guy is not, but he is very good. Bring the whole gang on up. You're a wizard, so maybe not you. Bone Wyvern, sure. You that way, yeah. You this way. You that way, you that way, you that way. All right. Curse you. Strengthen you. And static charge? Yeah, why not? Can't really do anything else. And let's see what these pirate ships are made of. They are mostly made of banshees, it would appear. Yeah, they don't really have a lot of frontliners. They have the 2 water elementals, and they have these 2 dragons. But they are mostly melee mages, so we certainly are going to want to move up. Oh, did you just chain every single one of your units together for me? How could this happen to you? Look how much damage this is. We're doing 90 damage. If I had done this right, I could have got that inexorable cast, which would have done even more damage because all of the resistances would be stripped. But wildfire! They all get 4 stacks of burning on them as well. What are you? Kraken spawn. Anybody else got a big spell to cast? Not really. That's sort of my only big AoE. Well, send in the clowns. I can't summon my Rose Knights. $28 damage to you, 40 damage to you. You're bolstered. This guy does have bulldoze, so I could charge through a bunch of units. Like I could go here, do that. And then, oh, I went too far. Could have attacked that ship in the back if I had done that correctly. Well, let's charge you. You can beat up these guys. Truth be told, I think I've kind of set myself up a little bit incorrectly here. Because I don't have a lot of front lines over here at the moment. Yeah, right. You take on that Kraken spawn. I love that her giant is just walking through the water. The Iron Golem can go here. Probably one of the best things we could do is actually go into warding, because they're going to do Wail of the Lost, which is going to inflict insanity on everybody. Or it's going to attempt to inflict insanity on everybody. I feel like that's a wizard problem. Hawk to, you know what? You can go that way. Hexpack, Corrupted Souls. Are you low morale? You are. So we can make a spooky ghost. That archer can just take some random shots. And then, yeah. Oh, you know what? I'll let you attack, but everybody else is just going to go on defense. Now, do I want to kill him or him? I think I'll go with him. Because he's flying. So I'll have a couple of those guys ward to protect against that. And that. Looks like that was a huge fumble. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Stabbing those raiders. It's such a good emote. Something just went boom. Yeah, I have a couple of insane guys here, which is not ideal. You have a blast. You might as well use it on the 3 of them. Kill that Kraken spawn. Nice. That guy gets a crit in on the ghost ship and kills it on the final strike. I love that. I guess this is linked mind, but all my boats are all connected to each other, so they're all immune to flanking. That super rules. You've got smite, which would work really well on this guy. What would be nice, though, is if I could get rid of your retaliation attack first. So we're going to do that. We're going to smite you for 30 damage, which is holy damage. And then we're going to donk you a couple more times. The corrupting soul here. You know what, man? You have a 100% chance of death on them. Boom. Nuke him. Little flanky flanky. Little fireball. No need to let anybody die. We got some boots of freedom and some slippy boots. Spotendoro's slippy boots. I feel like they really increased the chance of getting your old equipment, and I am for it. Juggernaut and Slipaway. I think you get Juggernaut anyway as a giant. You get Demolisher. I think you get Juggernaut anyway. Very fast movement, swift, immunity to slow and immobilization. I'm going to give you Slippy Boots. And I think I'm going to give you Boots of Freedom, considering you are a charge guy. I think that moved him from 4 to 6 combat speed, plus he flies. Plus, he flies now. We do have this hardy plate. It's not going on you, though. What's he wearing? Hardy cloak. 10 and 2. This is 10 and mix other bag, but also immune to burning. -2 defense. +1 resistance. I feel like you're better off. You ignore status effects. And you have bolstering regeneration, which is just like killer, so. Alright, we're missing a lot of rings. We're missing a lot of artifact pieces. Let's just hop in our territory here to heal. Homie got himself a level up. I think let's upgrade Inexorable Cast. And then we'll start working on the crafting material next. We are about to vassalize this free city. Excellent. No problem. You guys don't need to be making anything. Unless we want to start up like a third army. I.e. 6th army. Which, TBH, it's not a bad idea. I don't know what it looks like, but I feel like the answer is this. Minus whatever the hero is. And honestly, we have so much money that we might as well just queue that up. So... all this land stays fractured. As long as that infestation is there. Yeah, it looks so cool with all these little crystals coming out. Honestly, man, I would love it if we could play as a class that like existed in fractured infestations. I hope we see some sort of expansion on that line. 2 more ghost ships, 2 krakens, 2 banshees. You know what? I'm not really losing anybody value there. I certainly don't need to lose anybody, but like, let's save myself 10 minutes. Front of the line, buddy. You lost more than I thought you did. Give you the Dust Weaver. You need an archer. And you need... whoever. Let's go Strider. And then sure, champion. I guess I'll do archer battlements here, and then I guess I'll do a teleportation circle because I'm kind of running out of other things to build. And Pearl Reef occupied. Shop of Secrets. Gain 400 knowledge. Sold. Crystal Lord, hello, welcome. And Comrade Cool, hello. Good evening, everybody. Very good, sir. You are vassalized. Good news, everybody. So, we're up to 5 vassals. That's pretty good. I actually can't see what's down here, which is unfortunate. I think I'm going to keep one here in Gem Keep. Keep him in the Gem Keep, because I might absorb him and let us spread up onto this island. As an option. Can't really reach any of that stuff any easier. I am going to have to go down here and take that out to get that Pearl Reef, because it's a mine, and mines are mana. Message received. You're happy about that. You're not happy about that. Look at the game. It's like, you have 200 lava rune steals cast. Are you sure you want that? And I'm like, yes, this is a good use of my mana. Make it that no one else can live here. Warlords. Ooh. Ooh. I'm going to lock war golems, but I am going to take bolt repeaters. You guys are going to come down here, deal with that ship. You need the archer. You need the champ. All right, those armies are rebuilt. And then it's just warlords all the way down, baby. I need a conduit. Spelljammer. I also need a research post. Do I have a conduit in this city? Eternal End. Yeah, this thing is a conduit. Can I? No. There's no magic materials down here. No, there's not. Nowhere here I can build a research post, is there? Look, if I try to stick one into any of these. I need ruins, right? Yeah.
I mean, a spelljammer would be amazing. Just play across the map with it and cosplay parades.
It's so fitting. Lionheart, hello! Welcome on in, dudes. I appreciate it. Come on in. Come on in. Hope you were having a nice day. Chatters, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are playing as some nomadic bunnies. Some nomadic conqueror bunnies who are making their way into becoming all sorts of evil demons under this massive fire giant elemental monster that unfortunately has a stone clipping through his head. I can't make it look any nicer. Welcome. We recently just took over a major town. We are setting up for a magic victory on the other side of the map. And things were going pretty smooth. Pretty smooth. So I said I was going to build a worker construct nexus there. I think let's do that. I'm going to boost it because frankly, we got the cash. I need knowledge. So I should be building things like libraries. Well, I have the opportunity. You know what else I should do? I should put this training regiment on this city. Did this stick? It didn't. When you pack up your city, those disappear. Yeah, they 100% disappear. Good to know. Good to know. Suspiciously kangaroo shaped, right? Making your way downtown. Turn it into demons. This is Burr the Veil. This is our weird warlock who is going to take Siphon Blessing. I still feel like you haven't really figured out who you are. But I will give you Slip Away. Simba, remember who you are. Those guys are at war. That'll keep them busy. And that Pirate Cove is, of course, attacking me again. Surprise, surprise. All right. Give me that draft. Go ship. Ooh, mana for knowledge? I'm actually just going to take that. See you later, ghost nerds. We can walk everybody back, and now we have this. I think let's probably over-harvest that node so that it's a little bit quicker. You bound a gold wonder, the Sepulchre of Steel. I need to bind the Ravaged Rampike, so we're going to need to start doing that soon. Let's build an Arcane Institute. Waiting for combat. Waiting for combat. Hurry production. The Academy does require a research post, so... you know, +6 vision range. And that Conqueror's Tower is really useful. Not that I think anybody has a chance in hell of stopping us. I think if we can bind the two of these and start that magic ritual, it is just press an end turn 15 times in a row. I suppose you can also make some warlords over here. In 5 turns, we get another hero, but I have a 800 Imperium, so that could be 0 turns if we wanted it to be. Throne City loses 1 population, but summons a Baelor with power from slaughter. That's also not a bad idea. That would make taking a Gold Wonder a lot easier. In fact, we could take the Gold Wonder right now if we did that. $500 Imperium, though. Are you kidding me? I skipped this. Raising cities grants 20 gold permanent income. I've raised so many cities. Not that I need that 20 permanent income, but like, wow, geez. You know? That's a real geez. I could get 2 additional siege project slots. Also extra vision and sensing range. Yeah, you know what, man? Let's get to Baelor. How do you not take this guy? So this is the special Baelor with power from slaughter. So he can get an additional 50 HP and 50% damage. Not to mention the 50 HP from level ups and 10% damage. Well, I guess infinite HP from level ups nowadays. Hey, Mona. You coming to hang out with us? All right, he's going to vibe for right now. You're gonna grab Warseeker. You're gonna grab... You've got killing momentum. So I did say I could build this as a crit character too. And I guess let's start doing it. My little crit pirate. Hello, kitty cat. You coming to say hi to everybody? A little MoMA moment? Hi. Wow. Big girl. Yo. Want to say hi? Just hanging out? Just chilling? I didn't realize she was asleep in the bed over there. I could have turned on the cat cam. Mona visiting again, right? Finally, good content. Give the people what they want. Purrs into the microphone. Right. You're sleepy? You're warm? The long stream today, hey. I see the microphone picking her up, but I'm always like, the music is for sure way too loud. Needy kitty, I allow it. Oh, she's the neediest. Her and her sister are both just non-stop on my case. Now, it's also because every time they want attention, I give it to them, so I really spoiled my own cat children. Hey, Momo. Alright. Before you put another hole in this sweater today. Alright, we've got bolt repeaters for siege projects. Conqueror's Edict. All friendly units gain Siege Breaker. All friendly units gain 15% critical hit chance in battle. Random hexes are on fire. If victorious, raising or migrating the city takes one less turn. Damn, that's cool as hell. A bound gold wonder gives 50 knowledge? Look, I gotta get the war golems. But like, there's a lot of stuff we gots to do right now. Where are all my guys? You, and you. Stop this pirate ship. Tier 4 bow with Distracted and Hero Slayer. Also Armor of Fortune. Star Blades, 5 HP, 1 defense. Is somebody wearing Star Blades? If you had a better hat, I could swap that out. All right, why are we not making stuff? I have a tier 4 bow, a tier 4 bloodlock, 2 orbs, 1 with critical hit chance, 1 with critical hit damage. I guess that depends on who I'm fighting. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. I have 3 tier 4 armors. Well, I should replace that cloak. Sorry, one moment. That's 10 and 2. That's 10 and 3. You might as well take that. Okay, so helmets, I guess. What's in the helmet department? Hyper awareness, accuracy, defense, resistance, HP. Mask of the Sand Devil. There we go. We're going to be making a lot of those. A lot of guys in our crypt here as well. Okay. See, this guy has managed to creep all the way across here and steal that silver tongue. Now, I can't have that. Honestly, there's a part of me that's just like, I might be able to win faster on just slaughtering people. Oh my god, Helter Skelter wants to join us? Of course, my brother in chaos. What a perfect hero to add to my roster. Let's increase hero cap right now. And then I think he just shows up in the regular recruitment panel. Helter Skelter is a fire giant. There is like, it's a perfect fit for this build. He can hang out with this Baylor and this Warlord. He's level 10. He's got a big axe. He doesn't have a lot of much else. Honestly, Armor Fortune would be really good for him. I'll also give him those leggings. What's going on here? Bone Giant axe. All right. So if you had a Baylor and a Warlord and a Conqueror champion, and you were a champion, you probably don't need a lieutenant. That is a tasty snack of an army. A ghost. Can I reach him? Did I just move out of range? No, I didn't. Lost Soul Quest. What are you doing all the way up there, buddy? It looks like you're riding a horse, but that horse doesn't exist. A procession of spirits takes shapes before us, yet the one who leads it does not seem like a soul at all. The march advances in 2 long lines, each ghostly pilgrim clutching a lit candle, all save one, the figure at the front. Mercy, bear my burden, if only for a moment. The condemned band begs you to take the banner and ease his torment. Obviously, I'm just going to take this quest. What, are you kidding me? The entire march turns her gaze upon us, and then she feels it. Her very essence is drawn into the banner, seeping away like water into barren soil, vanishing into an unfathomable void. The dead require the living to lead their unholy procession. She has taken up the mantle of the previous penitent, and the curse is hers now. She has become the standard bearer of a dreadful procession of souls, and they claim her essence. She gains terrifying aura. That slaps. Various stacks of lost souls spawn to attack you. She can just take the damage. Or I can lose a bunch of mana per turn. Well, I don't want to do that. Uh-oh. I've never seen these guys before. Lost souls. This is a secret unit. It's not in the encyclopedia. The game's got all these hidden units that they don't let us have access to, and I often think, why? And, you know, they could be just saving them for other things. And it's always fun when we get to see them, but... Good news, these guys are weak to fire. Bad news, I didn't move my other armies down. How's an auto combat work here? Oh, all right, well... Good news, problem solved. All right, the gang's all here. So, I think what we're gonna do... Where else? Are you guarding something? Oh, you're guarding a fishing ground. Don't kill that iron golem. That's outrageous. Why are you making me fight these fights? Absolutely no goldarn need. Now, you have to come here. You're going to cast Inexorable Cast. You're going to cast Grant Defense. Then you're going to cast Elemental Mastery, which gives you all those back. Then you're going to yeet a fireball at these guys. Bone Wyvern. You're a wizard, so you're going to cast Hex of Broken Spirit on them. Transfer life to strengthen. Static charge on you. Just gonna go ahead and move like everybody over here. You're gonna avoid this fight entirely. Goblins. I feel like I didn't even know I had a goblin. You know why? It's because the new are goblins, but they don't look like goblins. Yes, everybody stay together. Alright, they didn't listen to me. Yeah, they didn't listen to me at all. I really wanted to cast Wildfire and just, like, kill them all again. All right, well, the 2 banshees are dead. Dun, 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 dun. Siphon blessing. What is your blessing? Grace? Well, sure. I mean, why not? Just start smacking these guys around. I'm gonna have you do this bulldoze effect, which puts you in a weird position here, but I think it works. Now, unfortunately, because of the way I moved all of you guys, none of you are in position anymore. So I guess we'll trigger that best we can. What are we doing here? Spooky ghosts? These are knights. That's a ghost ship. All right, I'm going to condemn you. Smack you. I'm going to charge you so that this guy can attack 3 times. But then I'm actually going to pull him out. And put in you. Because you're a summoned bone wyvern. Can debuff those ships. This ghost ship is so debuffed. 2 weakened, 4 sundered, 2 sundered resistance. It's blind, status vulnerability. It's condemned. It's got debilitating aura on it. We might as well light them all on fire with that. You can't do anything. You missed. Screws up my movement after the battle if I take him out, so I'm just going to put him on protective wall. There is the mass insanity. Wow, that iron golem just got absolutely obliterated. Last time we fought these ghost ships, I was smart and I made sure that all my support mages were standing around so that we didn't all go insane. But this time I decided to be dumb and not do that. Last evocation. Yeah, right. None of those guys are low enough yet to break. Huh? What is this? It's a knight. Okay. The knight with mirror veil. I'd much rather charge those guys. What are you guys doing? Who is this? This is a Liege Guard and a Nemu. This leash guard did crazy damage, which it had no right doing. To a tier 3 tank. Wait for momentum on this guy. You've got precog. Do you have precog? No, you just have mirror veil. Alright. Kill him. Free up my back line because I need to uncrazy some people. Specifically my champions. $21 damage on that retaliation. Oof. All critical hits, but still couldn't finish the deal. You can finish him off, which actually means that you could drop a storm strike on him. Which means that you can now wind strike him. Stack up that infernal bite. Immolate those nerds. Collecting debuffs like Pokemon is right. These guys, at least because of this new infernal might build, they've got like multiple retaliation attacks. What? That's pretty incredible. So, because of this transformation, he gets slip away. So he heals 15 HP. And then you also get grace at the start of your turn. You got 2 grace for some reason. Maybe he just had another, maybe he just had 2 grace somehow. And you have precognition as a leash guard. Oh. That's a nasty leash guard, man. You're actually going to heal this guy. Well, can't really do much. You might as well just charge that Banshee. Just see like how many units I have that can just charge. Will that hit my own guys if I do it there? No. Flaming sword? Why not? Stacking a lot of burning on my own dudes for no good reason. Stop him from taking any more damage. Let's actually move you all the way up here. Put a hex on him. Transfer life to him. That's a fair bit of damage. Blood parasites. Alright, that's got to be about the end of him. Go Flaming Sword with your tickle attack. No, my champion. Mostly the Flaming Sword is meant to just be a distraction. Because I can do things like this. Now, neither of them have retaliations. Rock. I do love just dropping rocks on dudes. So a charger and an iron golem. Okay. Well, we're going to replace that charger with a warlord. Bunny rabbit warlord. Oh man, these guys look awesome. They also really fit our vibe. Like so well. So this guy has charge strike. He also has command retreat. Target friendly tier 1, 2, or 3 unit. Give them HP, fast movement, and slippery. Defend. Give them an extra retaliation attack and 5 bolstered defensive resistances. Or attack. Give them 5 strengthen and 3 fortune. Defense mode. Hold your ground. Oh, wow. Cool. The best part about this, it gives defensive resistance, but it also gives charge resistance to all friendly units. Which means if I put... if you put a bunch of champions, for example... Oh, this is nasty. If you put a bunch of champions and you gave them Relentless Might and Super Growth... If you took 3 of them and then put a warlord behind them and just use defense mode, these guys would get 3 storm strike attacks, 3 charge attacks as retaliations, and then they could just wind strike and get 3 attacks on their main turn. That is a disgusting combo. That makes them very, very strong. Putting like the smallest bit of healing and... Ooh, buddy. Let's grab another warlord. And then you're basically on permanent produce merchandise. So, other than that, what are you guys doing? Hanging out? Smoking darts? You have leveled up. You are my schmoter. Handbit the Conqueror. Yeah, you're like this weird tank. Gaining fervor whenever you take damage probably makes sense for you. Melee range attackers have a 60% chance of gaining remorse. Or this helmet that gives you 15 HP. Let's just put that on you for right now. Big guy. You got a level of renown here. We got lava rune steels ready to go. We dropped one there. Question starts becoming about like where else can we put them? Like in theory, I can put them here and they burn nearby territory. I could use them to attack places like this. Though, you know, is it worth it? Hard to say. I suppose making it difficult for them to traverse this area does make my life easier. I'm gonna burn that and that and that. Why the hell not? You know? You built a Conqueror's Tower, which lets us see super far. Trophy store is a good idea for you. In fact, we have so much money, just build it. I know, Masonic Hall. You're getting warlords now, so you can definitely get rid of this tier 1 unit. Y'all are healing. Going for that Pirate Cove. If we were to take you, the other 2 heroes, and a warlord, we could probably take out that on its own. Right? Yeah, totally we could. $2,100. She's healing a tiny bit, so I'm just going to let her finish that heal. And then at least we can get her 2 gold wonders. You want to see a Warbreed bunny? I bet they look great. The Warbreeds are the best looking unit in the game, pretty much. Turn 100, Mask of the Sand Devil. Obvious choice here. We got to make a big giant weapon for the big giant. Where are you? Giant bone axe. Giant flaming bone axe. Ooh, power cleave? Probably. But if not power cleave, crit axe. We'll call it Skeletor's Skull Splitter. I think that's how we spell this name. I guess the thing right now is we don't have the 6 infusion points that you normally can get. You have an On's Wisdom, which slaps. Mask of the Sand Devil is really good for you. So you're burning this, you're burning this. We could just burn down this way too. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Not there. So that's most of that. I am just like watching my mana get depleted here. All right, let's check this place out. Are warlords better than war breeds? They're different, I would say, basically. War breeds are more frontline fighters, while warlords are more support fighters. Technically, I think a warlord is tier 5 versus tier 4. But, like, the war breed has regeneration, which makes it really valuable. It also has cleave. Makes it really valuable. It also has a stupid amount of HP and movement. I don't know if it has movement anymore. That's a good question. That's a good question. No. Did it have movement before? Actually, I might just play with athletic a lot whenever I build war breeds. But they do get natural regen. Plus Demolisher and Siegebreaker. Oh, sorry, I'm wrong. Warlord is only tier 4. So they do 33. They do 27. They also have Displace and Replace and Bleeding on their Charge Strike. While you have an extra 20% critical hit chance and higher damage. On unit kill, reset the cooldown of command abilities. Tier 1, 2, and 3 units in this army get +1 defense, +1 resistance. You also have first strike and charge resistance, which is pretty goddamn nice. You also have 6 resistance, where Warbreed has 2. But, again, natural regen is very valuable, even though they have less HP. Definitely the power creep is in favor of the Warlord. Like, these guys should be a little closer in... This seems a bit out of control. Now, mind you, again, bleeding, displace and replace. Displace and replace is really valuable. Especially if you're setting up for a power cleave. It's a power cleave with bleed as well, so... These guys are really good for vampires. I didn't realize how good they were for vampires. It's a different unit. It has a different spot, so... Have I seen the astrological diviner build for nomads? On turn 8, you pack your city up so you get the knowledge boon from having your buildings finish on turn 10. Yeah, I have heard about that bug. Yeah. It seems very, very foolish. There's a couple of weird bugs like that. Somebody found a bug that also was generating them like 1,400 gold on one turn, and then the next turn was generating them like 2,400 gold, and so they just had like millions of gold by the end of the game. All right, the Wither Bowl. Entities feed on the last remaining magical energies. Where once a world tree bloomed, now stands a husk drained of magic. The creatures feeding on it are known as mana-starved, profoundly depraved of enchantments and magic, haunted by a limitless hunger to consume. They sapped all life and energy from the Wither Bow, yet continue to suck the last traces of power from its dry and dead roots. A fractured dragon senses the magical aura and turns with a roar. Haunted by the expedition leader. How much for that? 256 mana. Defending dragon leaves behind mana fractures on each hex targeted by its attack. So I'm like, two things are going on with me right now. One is, do I want this? Because having a polearm unit with a lot of attack be the one who is like taunting them is very good. B, I don't have any mana in this fight, so I can't cast any spells. 3 fractured worms, an astral siphoner with dragon strike, and a summoner with spirit summon. Which I guess can't summon anything. Unless I cast a spell. I forgot about this mentorship ability. Here's the thing. If I lose this, I lose my slaughter baler. Which is... And that's something I am particularly keen on having happen. Physical protection. -4 spirit resistance. Huh. You know what, man? I'm not in a rush. We will do it. But having her be able to tank the dragon is pretty damn useful. This means I need to stop casting Lava Rune Steel. Maybe even get rid of a few. Let's grab a shrine here. I'll hurry that along. Grab a mana obelisk next. You guys are pretty much all healed up, though. This Pirate's Cove. Patrolling. 1,000, 1,000, 800, 600. Running bugs. What a weird looking faction. So I'm gonna just pop right here because I need to have one of them come attack me. You can be integrated, which is very interesting. I need to increase my city cap if we want to do that, though. Oh, they're also sending an invasion, so I probably could have waited. And now I'm probably going to have to fight 2 boats. Oh, well. No, one at a time. But one after the other. That's fine. What do they got left? 600, 800. An electrified lance. Ooh, blind, electrified, displace and replace. And a Dawnbringer's skull. Units cost 10% less. Yeah, okay. It does disable your shield. I could give it to him, but again, he's got wings. He flies. Yeah. Hardy Plate, Brutal Short Blade, Swiftfoot Raptor. Disenchant. All right, we're just going to take all 3 of you and finish off this Pirate Cove then. Sick of fighting these guys. Lieutenant, champion, strider. Yeah, you know what? It's fine. Oh, we have so much money and we make stuff so quickly now. We have a better mage lock than that. Yeah, we also get stuff when we kill things. So honestly, like, we just got a support character back. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to make another warlord down here and maybe another champion, but probably just more warlords. You have bound a gold wonder. Interesting, 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 interesting. You guys are chilling. Oh man, we can summon war golems now too, but they're only tier 3, but they are magic fighters. And we are on our next tome. Wonder what a war breed would look like for us. What was I getting here? Tome of the Dreadnought for the Ironclads, because we don't really have any ranged units. This also gives us great bombards for sieges if we need them. Resistance for constructs, which is like, okay. Pinning barrage is a lot of damage. Constructs produced in the city gain +2 ranks. +5 draft for adjacent quarry or mine. Obviously, that's very powerful for us. The other option, I guess, is devastation, which gives us 20% crit chance. Demolisher, Devastator Spheres, War Breeds, Flame Volley. We really don't need War Breeds. Ironically enough, we haven't really been using constructs. I just like, man, we always get punked by ironclads and I never get to use them myself.
Dreadnought technologies,
and I'd really like to.
On the battlefield. Envision a fusion of steel and craftsmanship, dominating everything in their path.
I'm gonna grab that Conqueror's Edict. I need to get bind. Bind Gold Wonder. Build that monolith. Build the vendor. You also need all this stuff. Warforge. War Foundry could go there, I guess. That I don't know if we'll build. Pick up another Whispering Stone. Don't really need it. Collected, collected, collected. Yimbria has withdrawn. Collected. All right, so all the major threats here are done. Let's start focusing on the Magic Victory. You can pick up a War Foundry. And suddenly it does seem like we're making a lot of mana now as well, which is good. Sign of the Cleft Shield. Shield units do 40% damage and lose 4 defense. So our iron golems basically get chunky. You can't really grow anything valuable here. You know what, dudes? We're ready to move this city. We're ready to go do some damage. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm just going to bring all my heroes across. And we're going to triple hero this city. You are picking up extra crit chance. 45% now. And you, big guy, are going to take this flaming bone axe. Now I feel a bit better about that. Who else needs items? I said we need more hats. We also need rings. What do we have in the ring department? Windshield, wind barrier, distracting aura. Pantheon. I really wish you could import your blueprints from previous saves. Or like import your blueprints from your Pantheon. Because I know that like they're all saved, right? Because they show up as other items. I guess universal camouflage and wind barrier. And I'm not going to give it any fancy name. Is that for you? That's 2 warlords. That's not right. What are you missing? You're missing an archer. But like, can I really add an archer when I have things like warlords? And I know I have ironclads coming as well. I'm not sure I can bring myself to do that. Cast world map off on the wonder. That is an option. All right, we're one more turn here, so let's just... You don't have a warlord, right? No. And you have 2? And you have... You're also missing an archer. Yeah, see, this is the problem, is everybody just wants an archer right now. Back it up. Wait. Don't pack it up. Because everybody's going through this teleporter right now, and if I pack it up, they can't move back. All right, the hotpot is ready to annex another province. We can pick up these haste berries. You don't have a research post, so I could get a research post right there, and now you can build an academy. My mystical seer leaves in 5 turns. I want that knowledge, but I also need that mana. But I might actually not need that mana. Because if I'm sending all my heroes across, that polearm unit's probably not going to be the one who's taunting. Yeah. 2,800. All right. Let's go beat this place up. Think we have a problem? Anyone else on the stream over screen? Not me. The stream is offline end card? You shouldn't. All right, this is a cool little map. It's like underground fractal. Oh man, I love the way that these trees and stuff look. What am I getting a warhound from? You? Unleash the hounds. I don't know when we picked that up, but I'm not going to complain. A couple extra summons here is going to give me a lot to work with. So you are a caster. Everybody else is basically frontline. Helter Skelter, what can you do? Hurl Flame, Conjure Fire Sword, Death Call, Execute, Corpse Eating. I actually did not look at your skill tree when we hired you, which I am suddenly regretting doing, or not doing, I suppose, as it were. Excellent. You've got everybody in range. $50 damage, 90 damage wildfire. Now, do they all get strengthened and regeneration from that? Yes. Do they also drop to like half HP? Also, yes. You can summon a Rose Knight. So now the question becomes, do I sit back and wait a turn? I don't think so. I do think I summon the Rose Knight. Mostly because it buffs everybody, and I can also cast this. Again, same problem, but now at least they have bleeding. You're gonna go here. You're gonna go here. You're gonna go here. You moved up one more. Could you jump over them? I don't think you can. Love to be on that back line. Yeah, no way to do it, hey? Okay. Oh, I forgot about this. He has heavy charge strike. So he hits 2 units in a row. Oh, yeah, buddy. And you're a wizard. So what that looks like for you, I haven't decided. Does that count as a magic attack? No, thankfully. I'm going to give you strengthened. I'm also going to give you static charge. Now, they're all on fire. So I think I have to hit him with an immolate. It does kill the astral guy in the back, which does give a big group heal, I guess, but... Ow. You know what? That was one of the better things that could happen. You just exploded. Ooh, man. There goes the Rose Knight. Severing Tremor. Enemy units in a 2-hex radius sustain damage. Magic Origin units sustain double damage. Well, that explains why that hurt so badly. Could you eat that puppy dog, please? Delicious. Well, I've never been in that position before. Hurl Massive Flame will kill a bunch of my own units. I'm gonna just do that to start. You're gonna condemn that dragon, who I actually see is currently low on morale. You have Dragon Slayer on this weapon? No, that's very convenient. I'm gonna steal all your blessings. If I move there, can I move back? I should. I have 2 movement. Take the hit. Come back here. Hit both of them. Don't manage to get the kills I was gunning for there. Oh, that's so much damage on you. So he splashes. You can kill him, but apparently it will also kill you. So why don't you take out that? Pop a second wind to heal. Kill him. Get your second wind back. Really want to attack this dragon because he's got, you know, a lot of HP. All I can do is stab him. Okay. Oh my god, cooldowns reset. Second wind. Well, that actually worked out really well. Now, you still have the ability to kill pretty much anybody, but most of all him. 123 damage in melee strikes. Now, the one advantage here, I do have Grace. I do have regen. And I could heal myself, which I think I better do. Ow. Didn't get the kill. And this guy does not have an attack back, so stabby, stabby, stabby. Didn't lose anybody. Let's go. Your army bested the Fractured Dragon and the other mana-starved creatures driven mad by their craving for magic. These Fractured Dragons, I think, probably are the hardest unit in the game right now. Your troops pack up the head of the dragon to be mounted above your seat in Hot Pot. Meanwhile, you gaze upon the withered bowl to take upon the other devastation. Spotting a sphere of dragon slaying. Yeah, it's okay. Launched in the drain wood. Madness is all that remains, and yet witnessing the ferocity and strength of the men of stars makes you wonder if it might lead your great glazed buns to greatness. Without its sappers, the bowl is too dangerous a place to stay. What should you salvage? Dislodge the sphere. All units in my stack get +2 status resistance. That's all my heroes get +2 status resistance? That's pretty good. I get 2 level ups. What? You permanently lose 20 world map casting points and combat casting points and get fracture transformation. This is how you get it. You have to do one of these gold wonders. Damn, dude, man. Damn, dude, man. Or learned a radiant flare. No, thank you. I really liked +2 status resistance for all of our guys. Here's the thing. This is a major race transformation. If I do this, I can't become demons. And my whole build gets kind of messed up. But all my other enhancements and transformations get disabled. For each disabled transformation, get 5 hit points and 5 HP. I don't have that many good transformations right now. All my enchantments will get removed, so I'm going to lose all my fire damage. I'm going to lose my crit damage, my crit chance, which is like 50% on all my units. But my basic chance, but basically all my characters get strengthened and regeneration every single time they attack. I didn't anticipate this. Yeah, it's a very good deal, right? Can I make fractured dragons yourself with the dragon tomes and certain alignment stuff now? I mean, you can make your dragon look like a fractured dragon with the Pantheon points. And I guess if you did this, you do get fractured transformation. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. You're right. How can I not? Our guys look pretty sick. Man, what do like our warlords look like? That's pretty good. That's pretty cool. They look pretty cool. Are they bigger also? I feel like our guys grew in size. Maybe they didn't, but how much HP did we get from that? I can't tell. Linked mines, bread for war, artisan armaments, chimes of momentum. I guess wouldn't be for us. That one doesn't really count. So just those 3. Fiery projectiles, searing blades, siege magic, and relentless might. So 7. Now, obviously, not everybody is going to get this because, like, some of this is range, some of this is melee. So, say, like, 5 to 6. So, probably we got 25 HP and 25 damage. Is that worth it? I don't know. but probably. Chunky Kangas would go nice with the Tome of Severing. Oh, very much so. Let's grab that. Yeah, if you have 4 nature affinity, you can turn these into world trees. Oh, cool. Food and production pursumments with sand or astral barrens. Yeah, unfortunately, everything is just lava where I live. Nope, sorry. Only lava here. Well, Scout, you can go on auto-explore now. So, you gotta level up. We'll start getting some runes. You gotta level up, killing momentum. Very nice on you. You gotta level up. Which is Sundering Magic. You also got a signature skill. Amplify Chaos or Investiture of Chaos. Investiture of Chaos, because you are a debuff hexer, and that's actually very fitting for you. You completed a major ambition, explore an ancient wonder, and picked up Farseer. Also, that rules. And maxed out your renown level. We have been called to war. It is a major justification. Don't worry about it, buddy. They can't touch us. Now, what am I going to do? I'm going to pull 3 armies back over to here. And then we're going to pack up this city. That's what we're going to do. And then we're going to sail it north. Conqueror's Edict. I guess let's get the Great Bombard. So, whose army is whose here? You all have a warlord in you. You really only need 1 warlord. So I think these 3 are going to stick together. I really want that ironclad. This army is gibberish. That's too many striders. But you know what? One of you guys needed a ranged unit, so that, I guess, fixes your problem. You don't have a warlord, so you can come in here. You were with the Baylor, and I guess the 2 of them. Let's take one of them in there. That way everybody's army gets a warlord. Yes, good. 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 You guys are extras. So, you, and you. All right, you, and you. Bop, bop, bop. Everybody's across. Pack it up. Meanwhile, you, and you. Question mark. I think are going to move up here to Oraculum. And just start trying to push them off the continent here. Yeah, Wama is under siege as well. Yasik Vol. This guy's army is just Mage Lock cannons. He's ready to be sieged. The rest of his army is just Scalds. I can integrate the city at any time. Special units of the city remain available through the Rally of Lieges, and the city keeps contributing +5 recruitment points. hell of a walk for me to get up here. You got to level up. Helter Skelter. Actually, I'm going to reset your skills because you have all the wrong stuff right now, I think. You're going to take that. You're going to take Fury. You're going to take... I'm not sure what else. Why is that locked? Oh, you're not level 12. I do recall he is meant to be all about critical damage. Make sure I get killing momentum there. What is his final skill? Grand Disruption. Unlocks. Ah, yes, because of Eternal One, because he is meant to be undead as well. Signet of Camouflage. No, not for you. That's more of a main character. What happened to my graphics? We didn't turn them down, but here they are looking really bad all of a sudden. There we go. That was weird. I'm going to just build another one of those rings. I can make warbreeds from these orcs. So I do have access to Demonkin, Flying, Scion of Flames, Relentless Might. These are really good. Those are extremely good. So are these Chaos Eaters, actually. I'm going to put those in the kiln. And we've got the slot for this. I'm just going to do it. Jacek Vol has grown convinced that only you lead the way to glory. Its beefy engineers join your empire. Oh, that's very funny because we are an LM engineer. And this is just a random faction. Open the city view. Aha! So it does not become a nomad city. I wondered this, but I was not sure. You look like you are mostly farms with a lot of quarries. So... great question. Obviously, a giant king governor is not bad. You are a 23 pop city. So this would give us a whole bunch of extra food. +1 gold, +1 mana, +1 knowledge. Plus 23 of each. That ain't bad either. You have basically everything built. I don't know why I could build an altar of Emerging Gloom. I feel like I should not have access to that. I think I'm just going to put you in here. And then other city. The hot pot. You're actually probably meant to have a nautical governor. Yeah, for sure. Oh, cool. They just have like the Fractured Void behind them all the time now, too. Things I immediately need to do in this city is build a teleporter. Preferably on the front lines. Right. Next up. Great question. Maybe a golem mine right here. And then Perhaps a war foundry. Go right there. Worker construct nexus would scale off of 5 right there, so that one's pretty good. Build a war forge up that way. Bonuses per adjacent foresters. I could stick a bunch of forests down here. And I don't hate that idea. Then I'm really running out of room to build anything else, so. This is cool. These guys can build all their, like, original units. So we have access to their Dragoons as well. Bronze Golems, Mage Locks. The worst part about this is all their armies are immediately deleted. But I have these 3 guys who really aren't doing anything else. So I forgot completely where I put that teleporter for a second. I was like, uh-oh. How do I get everybody across? Let's teleport. You've ended a rivalry. You have succeeded on effective integration. You became the race keeper of the beefy engineers. Ooh. Does this mean? Oh my god, it does. I can now also breed these guys for war. So even though I don't have bonuses, because all of my guys are fractured, because we have a second race, something I don't think I've ever done in 800 plus hours of this game, we now have the ability to actually have a second group running with those bonuses. Tasty. Very tasty. Dude, you should probably take a teleporter pact. I don't have open borders. We should probably give each other open borders. And then we should probably give each other a teleporter pact. And while we're at it, I think we're in this to win this, so let's share vision. We discovered the Horde of the Fallen. You are packing up. And you are good to boogie. Where's my city here? Oh, sick! We also have Rainbow Rapids on this city. 6 out of 3 adjacent provinces. So we can make Tide Spirits, Lesser Tide Spirits. Farms and Foresters provide an extra 10 food. And friendly units regenerate an extra 25 HP every turn in here. When you add that into things like the War Camp, that's an extra 15. So that's 40 HP. Plus we have fast recuperation on our rabbits. Now, mind you, this place is led by a pirate demon orc. But that feels very fitting. This is going to be a very, very difficult city for anybody to take. Can I build those Mage Lock cannons? No, I can't. I can build Dragoons, but I can't build the cannons. Oh, it's okay. I might build my Baloran army. You have nomads and guns, wander, wander, daka, daka, orky life of raid and shoot. It's definitely the vibe. Yeah, this was probably the right choice. They look super cool. I only wish you could get this without having to go through Gold Wonder. But now I understand also why that Gold Wonder was like 8 gajillion points, so. Do I lava all this territory? There's a question. I still get bonuses from it. You have a rune here, which goes 1, 2. 1, 2. So that's that. It's a bit of overlap, but it's not too bad. Our mana income also shot through the roof when we took over this place. Because suddenly there's a whole ton of conduits here. We can also pick up this slag smelter forge. Which gives access to fire giants. Man, there's even more stuff over here. Mana, silver tongue, gold. Yo, this is a killer spot for a city. Shame this guy stole my Howling Castle, as well as access to the hero grounds. This would have been really, really nice, because all units would have gotten +1 starting rank. But I digress. We can't have everything as much as we want it. I'm happy with what we got. I think with the introduction of Yassik Vol, our first non-nomad city, I guess, and with our city packing up on the east, we have managed to take both of these, so we are ready for our magic victory as well. Why don't we end this episode here at turn 106, and then we'll focus on building up our knowledge now for the rest of it, and come back next time. Until then, bye-bye.